You recording?
I am.
Hey, what's up, Radio Labyrinth patrons? This is an exclusive video show just for you because we wanted to do it. It's a tribute. We had talked about it on the regular podcast, but you're getting this before that podcast comes out. So when you hear it on anyway, it doesn't matter. More importantly, the content is we're saying farewell to a pop culture icon who was with us most of our lives, until now for sure. But if you're Gen X, you grew up, you heard Kenny Rogers all the time on the radio. You saw him on TV all the time, whether it was a sitcom or the Muppet Show, certainly every variety show in existence from the early 1970s all the way through the 90s when they stopped really having those, right? They don't have variety shows anymore. Well, they do, but they're more competitions. It's not like the Shields and Yarnell or Tony Orlando and Dawn or Dolly Parton. Everybody had one. And Kenny Rogers was always on them. So beyond his music, I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that Kenny Rogers did. You remember the movie Convoy with Chris Christopherson and Ally McGraw?
Loved Convoy.
Yeah.
Got ourselves a convoy moving on down the line.
A movie made from a song that was a #1 hit by a guy who didn't even write it, C.W. McCall. I loved that song as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was in that. He's also in Urban Cowboy. He played himself. That was another big movie from the 70s that made country music really, really big nationwide. That's why they called it Urban Cowboy. So then you started seeing country bars in New York City and shit like that. His most famous movie, I think, as far as releases go, that star him as the star for the vehicle, released in a theater, would be Six Pack, his NASCAR movie, which was shot in Atlanta. In and
amazing movie. Wonderful film.
I wonder if it still holds up. Like, if you were to watch that today, would you enjoy it as much as you did then?
I watched it not that long ago. I mean, it's definitely 80s, but I think it still holds up. I mean, especially if you were a fan of it then, you'll still be a fan of it now. It's not it's not like, oh God, this movie's crap now. It's not at all.
What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah.
Did you like him? Were you a fan of Kenny Rogers?
Yeah, and he lived in Sandy Springs.
That's true. He did live in Sandy Springs. He released a song from the Six Pack movie that I think we'll play right now if we can find it. It's called "Love Will Turn You Around." That's one of my favorite Kenny songs.
Yep.
Gotta love that bass. Just
yeah. You might want to turn it down a little.
Oh, is it too loud?
A little.
No, that's good.
Well, for you.
How about there? How about there?
There you go.
So uplifting.
Right?
trying to get to the chorus.
All right.
Here it is.
What happened to it?
I think you can hear it, right?
There you go.
Look, turn you around. A jam.
That is a jam. Another song of his from a movie that was made super, super famous again in the late 90s was Just Dropped In to See What Condition My Condition Was In, which is used in the Gutter Balls dream sequence in The Big Lebowski. Remember when he gets knocked out by the thugs at Jackie Treehorn's house?
I don't know why that's not on his greatest hits though. For some reason.
Oh, we don't have to play it
because it's the band, not Kenny Rogers by himself.
Oh, I gotcha.
Was it First Edition?
First Edition, right? Yeah. And one of the guys who played drums in that band was actor Mickey Jones. Remember him? He was the guy with the long white beard.
God. Sorry.
Mickey Jones was a sessions drummer, but also an actor. He was the pot dealer in Justified. The big guy, the big tall guy. He was in. He was on Alice. He's in Vacation, Total Recall. He was on Northern Exposure. So pretty famous dude. If you find any old Kenny Rogers in the First Edition videos on YouTube, you'll see him in all the videos, which I thought was pretty cool.
Wow.
Can I tell you that when I was a kid, this song meant everything to me. Can I play the one song by Kenny that was everything to me when I was a kid?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm sure you guys know this one.
You've painted up your lips and rolled and curled your tinted hair.
Yeah.
Ruby, are you contemplating going out somewhere?
He's crippled.
The shadow on the wall tells
I used to
me the
sing
sun
this
is
all the
going
time.
Down.
Oh, Ruby.
Don't take your
love down. Doesn't he shoot her at the end?
This was
What?
a first edition song too, though.
Yeah, it is. But it must be different artists. What stuff?
Does he shoot her at the end? Does he shoot her at the end?
Oh no, he says if I had a gun, I'd put her in the ground. God's sakes, turn around, you fucking bitch. Can't you see I served my country, now you're going out to get fucked by everybody in town? God.
Wow.
What?
He just completely made this Kenny Rogers thing R-rated.
No. You can edit it out.
Shot.
I'm not gonna edit it out.
Chug.
All right, I'll have a cup of coffee, or I'm a sip of my coffee here.
Yeah. Crank it.
Some of his many countless TV appearances include the Johnny Cash show. Dolly Parton had a show in the 70s that was syndicated. He appeared on BJ and the Bear, Knight Rider, Fame, Street Hawk, all those shows that everybody watched. Touched by an Angel. No, I never watched that show.
Do you know that I thought he was Grizzly Adams for a time?
You did, Dan. You thought he was Dan Haggerty?
I did.
I almost put the theme song from Grizzly Adams in my top 5 soft rock songs.
What was that called?
Let's see if I can find it here.
The Grizzly Adams theme song?
I don't remember that. For some reason, Kenny Rogers was on a United Kingdom show called EastEnders, which is on BBC.
It was called Maybe by Tom Pace.
Oh, I probably know that one.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't Denver Pyle on that show?
Yeah.
Is this it?
Yeah, can you hear it?
This was a theme to the Grizzly Adams show?
This was what I'm playing.
Oh, it's
All right,
live
stop both of them.
version. That's terrible.
Both suck.
That's awful.
I didn't know that he was like a Grizzly Adams. He was a bear hunter in the middle of Jamaica.
Right? So,
all right, whoever's playing it can stop playing it. We can get back to Kenny Rogers.
That's not me.
Some more modern stuff. He's been on X Factor Celebrities, So You Think You Can Dance, Chuck, Eastbound and Down, The Simpsons, and Dancing with the Stars. What are some more of the...
When was he on Eastbound?
You know, it could be that they just used his music. I pulled all this shit off of IMDb, so... Great preparation. You know, I met Kenny once, or twice, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one time when I worked at the Clear Channel building, which is now the iHeartRadio building in Buckhead, you would go downstairs to have a cigarette break, or there was a place down there to get coffee or whatever. And I went down and I got back on the elevator, and Kenny Rogers is on the elevator. And I said, "Aren't you Kenny Rogers?" And he went, "I am."
This was when he didn't have the beard, right? Because he didn't look like himself.
Well, he may have had it was after he had the surgery, because I just kind of knew it was him, but not really knew it was him. And I said, "What are you doing? You going to do an appearance on Light FM or Peach or whatever it was called?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "That's cool." I go, I was just listening to, the Just Dropped In song, and I mentioned that. And he goes, "Oh, that's an oldie." I said, "Yeah." We go, "But because of Big Lebowski, everybody knows it again." And he went, "Yeah, that's true. That's true." And he said, "What do you do?" And I said, "Well, I'm a promotions director, but I also can, probably get you on the Rock Morning Show. They would love you." And I went in and bothered the producer, Tim Frazier at the time, and he ended up doing, I think, 2 segments with the regular guy. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, that is very cool. What did he do? What did he talk about when he came on the regular guys?
Well, I went back in my office and didn't listen, so I don't really know. He was on with us, but I might have been out that day, because I saw a picture of our old co-producer, Deborah. She put it on Instagram, and there's the Rock 100.5 banner behind her, and she and Kenny are there. So I'm going to have to look through my photos.
You'll have to do that.
I just don't remember. But yeah, so it was pretty cool. Plus, he had a bunch of different houses here. And of course, he lived in Sandy Springs, and for a time he lived in Alpharetta on a golf course. And,
And
he had Kenny Rogers Roasters, right? Remember that song?
Yeah. And it was his band playing in the Richard Jewell movie too. It wasn't really Kenny Rogers, but John Mark's brother is in the band.
Oh, that's awesome.
In that movie, the Richard Jewell movie.
Yeah.
But I guess Kenny Rogers was playing down there at Centennial Olympic Park when the bomb went off.
Cool.
Yeah.
What other songs do you have, Steph?
Oh, it's up to you guys. I mean, they got everything on here.
I want to hear Coward of the County. Are you a DJ in the greater Pennsylvania, New York State Twin Tiers region I can call and harass for this?
Let's see here. Oh.
Hey, Larry the Lobster, play Coward of the County.
He liked a tweet I posted a Facebook post I put up the other day. Everyone considered him the coward of the county.
He'd never stood one single time to prove.
Didn't you always want to just give Kenny Rogers a hug and nuzzle all that chest hair?
Yeah.
Salt and pepper beard.
He looks so cuddly.
Yeah. They called him Yellow.
I bet you he smelled like Brute, you know, or just like just some sort of woodworking material, leathery.
Old English.
Talk about a man's musk. You know, he had a musk to him.
Yeah. He looked after Tommy, you know.
You run your fingers through his chest hair tendrils. I'm sure they were so long and silky.
Did you ever see him perform anywhere live? Either of you?
I did not. Unfortunately, no, I did not.
It's sad that a guy like Kenny Rogers, I guess when you get to the 90s, he just stopped having country hits, right? Maybe the mid-90s. I don't remember playing him. The first on-air professional radio job I had where I got to talk and intro records was at a country station. And I don't remember playing Kenny Rogers unless I went and played it. There was nothing in the rotation. In fact, I would get in trouble because I would do overnight sometimes and I'd play Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
And the program director would call and the next day talk to me and go, you shouldn't play Johnny Cash because it's not new.
Oh, come on.
Well, that was my attitude. This is the summer of 1991. It was right after the Gulf War. And I was working at this station, and you had to play. Garth Brooks had just broken, so that's how new Garth Brooks was.
Oh, okay. So they weren't like trying to get you to play like Nina Cherry, Buffalo Stance, or anything like that.
No, you had to play country music, but they didn't want us playing any old stuff. And that's still today. You won't hear old shit on country stations because country music now sucks.
So you were playing like Clint Black.
Oh yeah.
George Strait.
George Strait, Clint Black, Martricia Berg.
John Michael Montgomery.
Mm-hmm. Aaron Tippin.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, Brooks and Dunn.
Oh, God. Yeah, that album was everything that year. I saw the light and baptized by the fire in your touch and the gleam in your eye.
Shenandoah.
Yeah. What's that band? Confederate Railroad. I think they probably had to change their name.
No, they're still Confederate Railroad.
Are they?
People are stupidly associating them with the Confederacy, which is ridiculous.
Right.
But they have that song, Jesus and Mama. That's a fucking great song.
They're a good band. Trisha Yearwood had just come out, too. Pam Tillis. So there's a lot of those artists.
Wasn't that one song, Waylon and Hank Jr., they did that song about Hank Sr. I can't remember if that came out in 91 or 90, but it was called The Conversation. And it was like, that one. Hank, let's talk about your daddy.
Yeah, that's a great song.
That is a great song.
But even by then, guys like Waylon and even Willie didn't get any country radio play anymore. It was just a lot of new stuff. We were allowed to play some 70s country, like Ronnie Millsap.
Yeah.
And shit like that, which I also enjoy.
But I will say, I mean, as far as like that goes, the late 80s and early 90s country, that was still decent stuff. They had some good stuff going on. That was before it really got poppy.
Lone Star killed it.
Oh, yeah. But man, George Strait, though, that was like the album. I'm sitting on the front porch, staring down the road.
She thinks I'm perfect and that I love her cat. You know me better than that.
But if we're going back to Kenny,
mm-hmm.
Kenny, this would be one that definitely everybody knows, I think, if you are a Kenny Rogers fan. Such a good song. That one really gets to me, I gotta say. Has a lot of good memories for me.
Well, the sad thing for Kenny is that this happened in the middle of the worst thing that ever happened to any generation in this country. So, well, I guess World War II and the Civil War were pretty bad, but this is probably going to be up there. But I hope people remember.
This makes like people 9/11 nostalgic. They're like, oh, wow, can we get 9/11 back?
Yeah, well, at least those were planes.
Right. You could control something. I don't know.
I mean,
you guys riff for a minute. I'll be right back.
Well, I mean, it was more of a terrorist thing, so we knew, after a couple of days we weren't being attacked anymore.
It was localized. Yeah, this just keeps going on and on and on.
Yeah. Harvey Weinstein has it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I just got an alert for that. I mean, by the time people have seen this, everyone will have known. But I don't know how to feel about that. I wouldn't want it. Wouldn't worship. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Harvey Weinstein.
I saw Rand Paul's got it.
Yeah.
But no symptoms.
No symptoms.
Anyway, Kenny Rogers.
Anyway, yeah, we can wrap this up. We just wanted to say goodbye. It was something that I don't know. He's an icon,
He is. He's a total.
He's as big as David Bowie and Michael Jackson, I think, in the music world. The last tweet he shared was his clip from "We Are the World," kind of a message to everybody that we are the world. We're not just a bunch of schlubs. Jeff, we're wrapping up, so.
But you can't.
Oh, we didn't play Islands in the Stream or.
Well, yeah, we'll play that. Yet. We'll go out with that.
Wait a minute, but we have to play this too, though.
All right, we'll play 2 more songs. The one you want to play. The game.
Met up with the gang.
Look at Jeff.
So we took turns of staring.
That's fucking gold, you guys.
You're gonna get robbed tonight, Jeff.
I wish we could just poop in a box.
You can poop in a box. That's just society.
People's
poop in a box, poop in some songs.
Knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes.
So if you don't mind,
let's get all the way there. Come on.
Right. You're out of aces.
Don't give up on us now, Tim.
Steph, for a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice.
I don't want your advice, Jeff. I'm sure it's terrible. You
gotta know when to hold them.
I know when to hold them.
You gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them.
I'm still learning when to fold them.
I'm
not gonna fold them yet.
You could smoke on a train. How awesome is that?
That would be freaking sweet. I would love to smoke on a train. All right, here we go. Know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Look at Sherman. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You never count your litter. When you're sitting on Tim's lap, time enough for Sherman.
When the dealing's done.
Skinny poop head?
No. He looks better. I don't care.
Yeah, he looks good.
Good.
I think he's reverse COVIDing. I think he has it and then it's healing him.
Well, I hope the fuck not. All right, let's play out with Islands in the Stream. Guys, thanks for joining up and doing this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace, Kenny.
All right, here we go. And I would like a duet from Jeff and Tim on this, if that's possible at all.
We'll do our best. Jeff, you can be Dolly.
Okay, Jeff, you're Dolly. All right, ready?
All right.
Here we go.
lungs. All right, thanks for watching, guys. And thanks, Steph. Hope everything works out. Jeff, drink some water.
Take her easy.
Drink some water. Eat some onions.
Eat some onions.
And be careful flashing that toilet paper around. You're going to get looted. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.